Let's talk about Team India here because it is in mission mode, with the MPs now ramping up efforts to expose Pakistan's true face to the world. Salman Khurshid has made India's position absolutely clear, saying that terror and talks cannot go together. This is, in fact, when it comes to the message of the government of India officially. The JDU MP, Sanjay Jha, who is leading one of those delegations, has also taken a tough stance, calling Pakistan as a global terror exporter and reminding everyone of its past of sheltering the Al-Qaeda chief Osama bin Laden. Now, meanwhile, a panel led by Kani Modi has also arrived in Moscow, as she has expressed confidence that Russia will continue to stand by India in this diplomatic push as well.
Well, the response has been very, very satisfying, very good response. On terrorism, there is unqualified support for India. They themselves repeatedly told us what they've communicated at the highest level, at the Prime Minister's level, to the Indian Prime Minister, and from the Foreign Minister's level to the Indian Foreign Minister. The repeated endorsement of their support for us as far as terrorism is concerned is unqualified. But we'll have to see as to what is the next step that we are able to take. But that's only once we get a response from Pakistan. We have made a message clear to Pakistan that there's no talk till such time as you give up terror. So how do they give up terror? What kind of indication there will be or proof there will be? Only then we can go further.
Russia has been a strategic partner, and we've always worked together. The heads of our states have always worked together when it comes to important issues, whether it's of global importance or which is of interest to India and Russia. So it becomes very important at this point to reach out to Russia when we have been facing terror attacks time and again. And we've lost 26 lives in India. So the government of India and the Prime Minister have decided that MPs from across the country, from different parties, have been sent to represent the Indian stand.
Just to apprise the world, today it's India, tomorrow it could be you also. So don't be a fence-sitter. Fight against terrorism for everyone. We are facing it in the country. But it is for every country. As he showed you the photograph, the horrific attack in Mumbai in 2008, where two Japanese nationals also killed. Our government, we are representing 140 billion people and going all over the world to apprise the cross-border terrorism of Pakistan. It is a state-sponsored terrorism. They finance it, they fund it, they train it, and then they send it in India, maybe in other part of the world also.
Well, Mohit, this messaging is important to be given out, because if it is India today, then it could be any country in the world tomorrow that could be experiencing when it comes to such kind of terror-related activities. And it is better to be prepared because it should be known exactly where terror emanates from.
Well, Amita, Pakistan has already been exposed at the global stage, and what these delegations are doing, they are indulging in diplomatic strike against Pakistan. Now, the government of India on many occasions have stated it's not just the India, but world over, wherever there have been terror incidents, there has been some links to Pakistan. Now, Osama bin Laden was found out to be in Pakistan by the US Armed Forces. So clearly the message is loud and clear by India that we will expose Pakistan on the global stage. Now, we know for a fact that how when terrorist attacks have happened in our country, we have seen that how the nationals from various countries have also lost their life in that. So the world needs to know that Pakistan is the terror hub and Pakistan needs to be exposed. And perhaps that is why these delegations are going to various countries, exposing the Pakistan's terror factory and how India has conducted Operation Sindoor at the terror camps, because Pakistan has been propagating a lie that India has attacked the military bases, India has attacked the civilian bases where civilians have died. But that is not the case, because India have categorically stated that we have hit out at the terror camp. So clearly, this all information needs to go out, and perhaps that is why it was a very strategic decision by the government to send an all-party delegation. Now, 3 of the all-party delegations are already there. They are visiting various countries. 4 of them will be briefed by Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri today, that how exactly India will go forward and what exactly is the task that they have been assigned, and how exactly we need to expose Pakistan on global stage. Because as you rightly pointed out, India has conducted military strike on terror camps of Pakistan, but this is the diplomatic strike that India is conducting on the world stage, where world is apprised of the fact that how Pakistan runs the terror factory and how India has been a victim of terrorism from past many years, which has been sponsored by Pakistan, and how India has hit out at Pakistani terror hubs during Operation Sindoor.
Absolutely. And Isha, that is the messaging. And of course, when it comes to the reassurance that have been coming in from these countries, the welcome that has now been received by these delegations that are being led by Indian parliamentarians, and of course, when it comes to top bureaucrats and those individuals who have a lot of knowledge when it comes to international affairs. And this has been the kind of reaffirmation that seems to be coming from these countries on India's fight against terrorism.
Right, Amata, absolutely. In fact, like Mohit was also pointing out, this is India's bid to inform the world about what we have witnessed and what we have been the victim of. In fact, Shashi Tharoor, Kanni Mozi, Sanjay Jha of the JDU, they're all people who are well aware. They're all people who are well versed with international relations. In fact, they're also people who are extremely well read in the Indian context. So they have been picked carefully and meticulously by the Indian government, and they will be further representing the country at the global stage. And in fact, as you were also pointing out, they have been receiving a rather warm welcome by all the countries that they will be visiting, because there is no country which stands pro-terror, and all countries.
So there are 7 delegations in all, as far as being led by 7 parliamentarians of different political parties. 1 delegation has already been there in Tokyo in Japan, the other one in Abu Dhabi in UAE. The 3rd delegation, led by DMK MP Kanni Mozi, has also arrived in Moscow in Russia. The other 4 delegations will be departing very soon. For the moment, Mohit and Isha, thank you very much for joining in.